Good morning, everybody. My name is Cliff, and I would like to welcome all of you guys to a class that I believe will make a huge difference in the enjoyment of your life and in the lives of your family. I want to talk to you about how to stay young the first 100 years. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're saying, now, wait just a minute. Do I really need to know how to sound? Do I really need to know what it means to stay young for the first 100 years? Sounds pretty far-fetched and ambitious. But I'm here to let you know today that it's really not. You need to start thinking about what it means for you and your family to live a long and healthy life. Let's look at the facts. In 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there was no question though, because many people died when they were at a young age. But we did not have the kind of cures, and we did not provide the kind of health plans that we do today. And that is the ultimate point. Our chance of living a long and healthy life was much less back then. See, the average lifespan today is 77.6 years and growing. Think about this. The scientists at the University of Texas reported on the Today Show that by the year 2050, there will be over 800,000 Americans living to 100 all the way up to 150. Think about that. That's why this topic is so important for you and your family to learn about and to know how to stay young the first 100 years. See, now your kids need to know how they are going to spend their inheritance, assuming that there is some inheritance for them, because you guys could live so long, your kids could be retired themselves before they even get their inheritance. So we want our lives to be a quality long life. We don't want to just exist on this planet. We want to work and play and live on this planet. We want to have a quality long life. Now, we have a huge group of baby boomers that really that are moving to the over 50 phase of life. And we can see in large numbers what effects long life can really be. Long life reveals that we will have some problems, that these areas that we have never seen before because we haven't had large numbers really, with major health concerns, but y'all forgive me. But these are areas that we have never seen before because we haven't had such large numbers reaching such a ripe old age. For example, now we continually being confronted with the devastation of mental illness like Alzheimer's. Think about that. This disease didn't just start. We just see it a lot more because dementia doesn't really or usually come in until about 70 years old or older. Let it come into that time. But now that we realize that the chances are much greater that we will reach this age, we need to take some precautions so we can prevent all these issues taking place. Now we also see more of the importance of taking care of our skin. Okay, old age has brought about a huge growth of cosmetic surgery. More and more people are trying to correct the wrinkle problem with growing older. But the biggest problem, if you can really say about overall, the biggest problem we have seen come about with this increased life span is the increase in musculoskeletal problems. Now, in other words, your mobility function. So the ability to move around like we used to, we have increased the odds of our living past 50, or living past 80. I'm sorry, and we have increased our lives activities, but we have not changed the way we take care of our spine. We are the first generation to actually witness the ramifications that long life really creates. It reveals the areas of neglect. Now, let the stats show, okay, that the most common cause of functional disability in persons over 50 years old of age is spinal disorder. Now, that's very important to know. It really, really is. How many of you plan on living past 50? I just want to ask, how many of you plan on living past 50? Okay, how many of you think that your family will live past 50? All right, let's think of this as an example. If your house was going to get broken into, and I know exactly who's going to break in your house, I knew who was coming. I knew at what time. I knew how it was gonna go down. I even knew what they was gonna take from you. I knew all of that. What if I knew that? Would you try to prevent it, or would you just let it happen? N- Uh, I mean, really, would you just let that happen in your house? No, of course not. So, what I'm talking to you about, let's prevent all this mobility functions. Okay, so just like we would prevent somebody from breaking into our homes, if we could, but I think we all can agree we should work hard to prevent our health from being stolen and our ability to function than we would our possessions from being stolen. Okay, think about this. If we lose our mobility at 65 years old and live to 105, that is 40 years of immobility and pain. Let's look at some areas of healthcare where we have already made the adjustments, some adjustments and improvements for our health. Look at the advancements, okay, we have made in tooth decay. We used to have many more cavities and loss of teeth in years past than we do now today. We take much better care of our teeth than and all kinds of preventative care measures, and now our teeth last longer and cause us less pain. More and more are also living with less wrinkles. That's right. Yeah. So there has been a 465% increase in the number of people wanting to get rid of wrinkles since 1997. That's 12 million people had 12 million people had cosmetic adjustments last year just to get rid of another ramification of getting older: wrinkles. Now I'm already I am for the lack of mobility with I am for lack of mobility will wow, my God, I am for all of us. I'm sorry. I am for all of us having longer lasting teeth and less wrinkles. But I think all of us can agree, if we can't move, lack of mobility will make you look a lot older, like crow's feet. Really. The only reason we respond to our teeth and wrinkles more and our spine is because our spine, our joints, before our spine and joints is a simple fact. If our spine were on our face, we would take better care of it. We don't wait till our teeth fall out before we take care of them, do we? No. We now must not wait till our back goes out before we take care of it either. You take preventative steps to have to have pearly whites. You do. We all do. Okay, and you must take preventative steps to have good mobility. Since the chances are absolutely huge that you will live for 30 to 40 years past the age of 50, why is this even more important than your teeth? Because there is no such thing as a spine transplant. You can get a new set of teeth, and there can be many organs that can be replaced. But don't take care of your spine. There's no going back. Your spine cannot be replaced. That's why this topic of how to stay young the first 100 years is so important, to help you live that long, healthy, and quality life. Thank you guys. Have a great day.